okay? Because like I said, with Trump, we all for Trump. And we're gonna, he's demolishing these sanctuary cities. Because that's what the American citizens want. See, he listened to the people. And that's what the people want. So you all sit there and think it's cool, but remember, the same thing make y'all laugh is gonna make y'all cry. Listen, we put you all in office to advocate for us. All these illegals in our neighborhood, and y'all just, it's funny now, yeah, okay, displacing us, it's cool.
That's how you do it, Danny. That's how you.
Mayor Johnson, you really think you're going to be able to intimidate Donald Trump? You think you're going to be able to just refuse his orders?
DOJ need to address you, and hopefully Donald Trump will address you. Because you're going to protect the undocumented while you're going to allow for the citizens in Chicago to suffer.
Y'all, come on. You leave that loser where he is. He's a loser. He's a loser.
Chicago is confronting Mayor Johnson, man. The nerve of this guy. Seriously, the nerve of this guy to really be sitting here asking for more money, propose a $3 million property tax hike, and amidst all of the chaos and vile, vicious proposals he's allowed to continue in the city of Chicago, harming many of the citizens there. Today we have a very special episode because I'm going to be interviewing Chicago Flips Red's own Danielle, also the owner of You Against You Fitness, and we spoke for over 30 minutes, man, about the chaos in Chicago. But before we get to that, I just want to say, man, the people of Chicago are beginning to use their voice against these liberal politicians and their insane policies. Now, I also want to direct you to this clip right here of Mayor Johnson being grilled. All right. His reckless migrant spending is bankrupting Chicago and hurting everyday residents. Comment right here says, I won't stop asking you tough, detailed questions. You can't escape with wordy filibuster style answers. Chicagoans deserve the truth. Shame on you, Mayor Johnson. Chicago doesn't back down, neither do I. Now we're gonna check this out, then I'm gonna reintroduce you to Danielle, and then we're gonna chop it up with Danielle for a very special episode. I hope you guys can't wait. Get your popcorn. This one's gonna be a little lengthy.
You're interrupting my question is what
you haven't asked.
Makes it difficult,
Can
okay?
we move on to the next person?
Okay, here's the question.
Thank you.
They're saying that they're gonna double down on sanctuary cities like Chicago due to your rhetoric. You're $1 billion in the hole. How are you going to pay for a migrant city?
The potential loss of federal dollars for law enforcement if the city won't cooperate with the Trump administration's plans to deport undocumented immigrants, the mayor making it clear Chicago will not be bullied into helping ICE agents.
We're not going to bend or break or cower to someone's threat.
This matter has been voted down.
In a 50-0 vote, Chicago City Council emphatically rejected the mayor's budget proposal, which called for a $300 million increase to property taxes.
That looks a lot like some of the things that I would teach when I was a social studies teacher. And it looks like a really nasty form of government that would isolate people. It's that type of mindset that not only enslaved people, but it sent people to gas chambers.
Here's the question.
Thank you.
They're saying that they're going to double down on sanctuary cities like Chicago due to your rhetoric. You're $1 billion in the hole. How are you going to pay for a migrant city? How are you going to pay for the migrant?
Thank you. I've heard your question.
How are you going to pay for this migrant camp that you say that you want in the city of Chicago?
Go ahead.
Are you going to answer the question?
Here's a better way in which you can frame this. Are you going to ensure that the behavior that you continue to conduct with, are you going to ensure that you're going to stop it? So you're asking me not even a question.
Well, you interrupted the question, Mr. Mayor. Do you have a location for your?
Next question. Thank you. Working with our finance chair.
That's perfectly fine, but I'm sorry, but I'm doing my job.
Conversation about revenue. Here's what I can say: is that there are a lot of ideas that are being proposed.
is the guy that's supposed to be representing the people of Chicago. What arrogance, right? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I got to read a few of these comments. A coward, if there ever was one. Not to mention a textbook example of incompetency. Keeping on in response to the post. This is, by the way, reporter William J. Kelly from That Reporter. Hashtag That Reporter, he wrote. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to gather all information at once while I report it to y'all at the same time. But yeah, somebody said their family sold a $750,000 property in Chicago in 2024. One last piece of property to go, and we will be out of this mismanaged Democrat. Wow. Now, Chicago Flips Red is a movement that has started, and I mean, it has taken the internet by storm, not only in Chicago, to get the attention of, Donald Trump. And we have Danielle in this clip right here. This is where I was introduced to her from. This is her clip from TikTok. And I want y'all to just see this before we get to the interview. And y'all brace yourself, because she ain't holding no punches.
Hello. So, what we refer to you all as gated community politicians. You all are so out of touch with reality, and the citizens of Chicago and America is crazy. And I'm gonna call it the Democrat Party. Y'all so out of touch. Y'all don't understand that what you all, I don't know if y'all don't understand, but y'all don't see it. America is coming together and Chicago is coming together. Black, white, it don't matter. Because we see a common threat. And you all are a common threat to America and Chicago. How dare you sit up there and go on TV and say Chicago people are dope when you talking about how you handle the migrant crisis, illegal crisis, when they all in my neighborhood. Now, I can't go across the street and do a simple workout. I'm a trainer. I'm trying to educate the citizens of Chicago, help dads be in the homes, educate them about health, fitness, how it is, and to be healthy with your kids, eat healthy, work out, do something for the community, and I got to go through all these permits, all these hoops, everything. I got insurance to go in the park. But then I see illegals down the street from my house with a whole entire restaurant. I thought I was looking at Donald Trump when he was at McDonald's. They sit up there and had generators on the street, on the sidewalk, generators. And they had a fry machine taking the basket out the oil, putting it on the side, and not only that, they had tables and booths set up, like a whole restaurant outside. I just sit there, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Trays, putting the french fries in, all the smoking out here, and they serving the people with aprons on. Outside. Now my taxes done went up. Now they not putting nothing into. My husband is a retired police. He gave 28 years to this. And now you're gonna sit there and talk about we don't and we okay. No, we're not okay with that. We tried to tell you that. Sanctuary cities, we didn't want it, but you blocked that. You all don't believe in democracy. Democracy is out the door. You all believe in dictatorship. But that's okay, because like I said, with Trump, we all for Trump. And we're he's demolishing these sanctuary cities. Because that's what the American citizens want. See, he listened to the people. And that's what the people want. So you all sit up there and think it's cool, but remember, the same thing make y'all laugh is going to make y'all cry. Listen, we put you all in office to advocate for us. All these illegals in our neighborhood, and y'all it's funny now. Yeah, okay, displacing us, it's cool.
That's how you do it, Danny. That's how you.
Now, that clip is obviously prior to the election. We know that. But I just had to show y'all that. Somebody said one of my favorite quotes from Malcolm X, as the lady said, as Danielle said, for sure. Tired of the empty campaign promises. Thank God they are going red for sure. And in addition to that, Danielle, she pointed out something that was very interesting, because I asked her at some point in the interview about how does she feel about Chicago flipping blue, you know, despite them when their campaigns. And her response definitely had me like, whoa, I didn't consider that. I'll just say this. The illegals played a role in that. All right. Without further ado, man, let's hop right into this. Welcome to the kingdom. We have a very special episode today, the first of its kind, with Danielle. How you doing today, Danielle?
Hey, how you doing?
No complaints. So Danielle is someone that we reacted to. She was grilling Mayor Johnson real hard about trying to raise them taxes up. Y'all see what's going on in Chicago, and Chicago is definitely a state that has been tormented by the Democrats. And we've been seeing their policies and how it's been playing out. And yeah, I wanted to start off with you today by asking your perspective on the migrant crisis and how it's affecting Chicago residents like yourself.
Yes, well, you know, we had it started around, I want to say a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. So it started when Greg Abbott had started busting the illegals here, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't blame Greg, because they had been lying the whole time. Mainstream media, things like that. Your channel and channels like yours have been highlighting what's been going on, period, right? Mm-hmm. While they was lying. Mm-hmm. So it was genius what Greg Abbott did when he started saying, okay, y'all want to lie, act like this border and we don't have millions of crossing. All right, I'm going to send them to the sanctuary cities. So that shined the light. So when they start busing them to Chicago, because we had an idiot Mayor Lori, and then, you know, they put in this Mohawk Mayor, Brandon Johnson, right? So Mohawk, we can't stand him, Randall. I'm like, man.
It's Mohawk Johnson.
Mohawk Johnson. I wish they could just cut their mohawk off and just, you know, man, he go with their mohawk. I can't do it.
Oh, we needed that laugh. We definitely needed that laugh.
Man, so they started busting them. So they were trying to fill houses. So we had been already going down there telling them we need more resources in the Black community. And we didn't have the money.
Yes, always we don't have the money.
Yes. So when they start, when the illegals start coming, now they came up with all this money. Then they start taking our field houses. So now you have the children, the kids, school kids that go to the field house for the after school activities. You have the elderly who go there for just the recreation, bingo, you know. So they started taking those from us to house the illegals.
The schools, right? Then it got into the schools.
Yes. The schools.
Now, when it got to the schools, it's like, come on, moralistically, even Mayor Johnson, for you, that's just low, man. Like, that's really low. We already had issues with the education system, illiteracy rates, and things of that nature. Like, and you want to do this? We coming off of COVID, too. And, you know, it's hard to get the kids to even be motivated. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that when it got to the schools, that's when I was like, all right, man, that's just too much.
I mean, really, come on. We already the lowest. Our kids can't even read. We're already the lowest in United States as far as reading, math. We don't. So now you want to take our schools and then house illegals who have not paid a dime into the tax system, because see, our taxes go to those schools, you know, field houses. And so when he did that, it was like, okay, no. So we started fighting. So we were fighting. He was not listening. So But the problem is, everything these Democrats say is a dictator and this and that. This is people are. They don't listen to what they don't listen to what you ask them, even the aldermen. They just gonna do what they want to do.
I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm still here.
And we're gonna let them know. Okay. And we're gonna let them know that no, you're not. You're not going to do what you want to do. And see, I didn't vote for this mayor. I don't vote for Democrats at all since, 2019. So,
hey, it was my first time voting this year, by the way. What is going on with my camera? It is hating on me.
No, they hating. You know, they be, look, Look, Brad, when you start talking about these people, man, they probably finna censor us and all that.
You see this? Look, I'm gonna let my camera charge up a little bit. We've been having some issues. First of all, I want to say, Danielle, thank you for your patience, because I promise you today, we were supposed to be 30 minutes earlier. She's been extremely patient with me, communicating very well as well. So I want to say I really appreciate you, Queen. My camera is deciding to do its own thing. I'm gonna keep it off for about a good couple of minutes, but you're the center focus anyway. I'm gonna have you highlighted and zoomed in and all that. But yeah, you can continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, so no, Red. So the thing is, so now when they try to take the schools, that's when we start fighting. We like, no, you are not going to do this, period. So then it came an issue where is now our taxes going up, because now they want to take our tax money and spend it to house these people. So now they're getting free food, because now you got to feed them. So they're getting free food, free clothes, free medical.
Thousands of
because a lot of
dollars.
these people came here. Hundreds of we're in a $1 billion deficit. Chicago has spent at least $7 on the now we're funding them with the medical, free medical. They're having secret job fairs. Medical,
What?
they're all in the police stations. Yeah. So, and guess, okay, hold on, because you asked me, let me get.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Because there's a lot of things I need to, okay, so let me just stick to this and then we're going to get on that. So now they were trying to take our houses in schools. So we fought with them. We were able to get a couple of them, and it was one near me. So now, after that, they started housing them in the police stations. So my husband is he just retired this year. And because of this, everything. So they were housing them in the police station, right? They were all on the floor, sleeping bags. You had kids running around. You had men. So wherever it was a space on the floor, it was a sleeping bag on the floor. This is the police stations. Outside the police station, you had them tents. You had tents all over. In front of the police station, you had them cutting hair. You had them cooking food. You had them drinking.
Didn't they have like food trucks too?
Yeah, but this is when they were housing them in the police.
Okay.
Even, so they are smoking weed in front of the police station, drinking, having sex, prostitute. It was amazing. To see this, you would not, if I told you, if I told you this, and they got videos all on YouTube. If you go back showing this, you wouldn't be able to believe me if I told you this was happening. So the police, if you wanted to file a report or whatever, you couldn't even walk into the station. This is how bad, and this is what they allowed to happen in these Democrat-ran cities. So now they're all in the police stations. They took our field houses and schools, and now we're paying for them because they're papering them up with free food, free clothes, medical, free
just free everything.
Job fairs, because they were free everything. And now on top of that, raising our taxes. Raising our taxes.
That's the part that I want to get to right there. So can you tell me how, no, I'm trying to keep my mouth closed because there's so much, so many things that I want to add to it, but, trying to stick to the topic. But can you tell me, I know you run the business, You Against You Fitness, by the way, everyone. Super dope name, by the way. That's dope. That's a bar. You Against You, you know what I mean? Like, I want a shirt.
Yes.
Can you tell me how that politics have impacted, your business and your clients and things that like what Mayor Johnson is doing, the migrants and all that? Can you tell me how that's affecting the businesses in Chicago as well?
Yeah, so let me say that. Okay, so I'm a trainer. So I train a lot of people in Chicago and then the suburbs thing. So now me, I have to, like when I want to have some boot camps, because I promote marriage, fathers in the home, being healthy for your kids, the whole entire family being healthy. That's what I promote, right? So me and my husband, we wanted to do, we do boot camps and things in the park. Now, mind you, I had to go through all these hoops. You got to get permits. It's a street in the park, got to get permits. You got to get insurance. You have to get all these things for me to just do something out in the park, right? A taxpaying citizen who just trying to help the neighborhood, trying to help the community, everything, right? So now you have illegals with entire restaurants on every block on the sidewalk selling hot food. We got generators. They got generators all on the sidewalk selling hot food. I'm not talking about just, chips and stuff. I'm talking about French fries coming out the grease, cooking tacos, hamburgers, and then having benches outside where they're serving the people. So you have an entire outdoor restaurant on the streets, on the sidewalk. No
permit, no license.
Now I'm like, hold on. No license, no permits, no food, sanitation to come out to make sure people not getting sick. So this is what got me and what started me on this rage or down here, because no, you all not going to just. I'm trying to do something. I have to go through all these hoops, and you got people who we are already paying for these people. Now they're able to get tax-free money, and you allow them to be on the street with entire restaurants. They don't have to be in the building and going through the codes and the violations and the that we have to go through. And you are there to sell on the street and to be not. So now we're not having this. So, I'll call my alderman. I'll go down there. Next year, you'll see them on one corner, then they'll be on the next corner. Then they'll be on the next corner, far as they are, they may say something to them, but then they'll just go to the next block. So this is what they do.
They've been in the rules.
So now the businesses, yes. So now you have houses on your block. So we are house owners. Now your property value is going down, because don't nobody want to move if you want to sell your home. But you got illegal restaurants all on the street. Yep. And so that, so the businesses, so if you have this, so now you have them all in front of the businesses selling things. So business owners have been complaining. And listen, Randall, let me just say this. These people, the city of Chicago, this mayor has allowed them, so they're getting loans and things. They don't have.
Wait, loans? Like legit loans?
Legit loans, because if you, I put videos. They're getting food trucks. I think it was a video, a young lady went viral because she was talking about how illegal was able to buy her food truck. And so now they have food trucks now. So yes, so she's right. They have food trucks now because they have been funded by Chicago. They have been funded with our taxpayer money, and they have food trucks. They're giving them loans. The banks are, and they're giving them loans. So now they're starting this in our area. And so this is how they're now. Hold on. Let me say this. Now with the food trucks, guess what?
What's that?
All the things, the food and everything that they're buying, they have no overhead, because guess what? We're giving them food stamps and link to get the food. So they're not coming out their pockets
at all.
They're not doing so at all. So you're buying, so you're getting links. So you're going to the store, everything
and you get
need
to flip it
to have a
too.
successful business. That's what to flip it too. So you're just coming up, and then you sending all that money back to where you live, and then you want to sit up there and now with that being said. One more thing, and then we're going to fast forward to now how the taxes, how we got on that. So
yeah, the nerve of this man to be asking for more federal assistance.
Yes. So we're losing, we have people in our neighborhood, Black citizens, the Black community, we are losing our houses because of course, this Biden and Harris economy, you see how bad it is. We can't afford food. We can't afford gas. We
can
so it's
afford
already
war.
bad, right? Yeah, war, exactly. So we are already being insurance, homeowner insurance. So everything has gone up and barely affording just to live. Now these people, people who not worry is illegals here. So you sit up there, that you have this, and the mayor had the nerve to go on, they had the nerve to go on TV and have a press conference to celebrate illegals being here 2 years that are now first-time homeowners.
America, I quit. That, what? So you mean, what? Hold on.
Yeah, think about it, yes.
I'm speechless. I genuinely don't have a response to that. Genuinely.
You had the nerve to go on TV. Illegals, about 4 of them, been here only 2 years. And you all have the nerve to televise this and celebrate that we look what we did, Chicago. We helped illegals who've been here 2 years to be first time
While robbing the
homeowners.
citizens of our community. While robbing the business owners.
We're losing our homes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're losing our homes. So now look, I tried to, I bought a building under Trump 2019, under Trump, since people always got something to say.
Well, even before you say
Trump,
this, you actually about to go ahead and start answering the next question. You mentioned that you believe Donald Trump's return to office could benefit Chicago. How so? Boom. See? I got you.
Yeah. So the economic zones, the economic opportunity zones, right?
Yes.
Remember that he implemented that. So in 2019, see, people don't do their homework, right? And so they just go back with the mainstream media, tell them, which we found out, all lies, all propaganda. But see, channels like yours, you've been talking about this and showing the truth, what's going on the ground. Okay. So
thank you.
In 2019, I was able to buy a building with Trump economic opportunity zones, right? So with your taxes, the savings, you get a tax break, things like that, just because it's in a low area, low income area neighborhood, right? And so 2000, I got the building. So my realtor was telling me, because the real estate was booming when Trump was in office. The trucking business was booming. Had clients who were women who were getting 2 and 3 trucks.
Breaking news, I got my house when Trump was in office, right at the end of his term.
That's what I'm saying. So it was booming. I know it because I'm telling you, I made the most money with my business and then my clients, right? So we got the building. My realtor told me, she said, Danny, let's hope Trump get back in office, because he's making it, he has so many policies for people who want to start a small business, people who want to get accumulate property and things like that. So 2019 come, we got the building. Then we I don't know if I can say this on here because they be censoring.
We'll bleep it. We'll bleep it. 19.
Yeah, 19. I just say 19 happened, right? So we was on lockdown. Come back, dude in office. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, who they want us to vote for, Kamala, but your boy Biden in office after he didn't cheated to get in, right?
Right.
After that, let me tell you, Renda, I've been trying. So we got 2020, right? A little bit in the middle of 20. Tell me why I've been trying to get a small business loan up until now. They just denied me.
Right after they just gave these illegal migrants loan. Okay, wow. That's
now look, I got big. Me and my husband, listen, I don't lie on my taxes. I pay big taxes. Credit good. We got credit history. My husband been on the job for 28 years. So we have the We have the credit. We showing everything that we've been doing, what we've been making, our business. Why? So it was one thing after another thing, other thing. So now they just nabbed me. But why? All down the street do I see taco businesses? We talking about brick and mortar businesses popping up all in our neighborhood.
Oh yeah, Mayor Johnson got to go. You got to go, man. Trump is back.
When I say have to go,
oh my gosh,
he have to go.
So I have to ask you this.
So you are not.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish that. I want you to finish that thought.
Okay. So what happened? So let me just say this is how. So with the what they're doing. So now I need a 7-year credit history, 10 years of how long you've been on the job. You got to have money in the bank. All this. So now when these people, if you get first-time homeowners, you for 2 years, where is the credit history? Where is the job history?
They don't have none of that.
Where is your
none of
where
it.
is your what bank consented to give you this money, this loan for a house? You understand what I'm saying? What's going on?
It's all a part of the, the failed regime that they tried to implement with trying to replace us because they see the turning tide. I mean, you're in Chicago with Chicago flip Fred. You know what I mean? Like, so obviously they seen this forecoming in the past and was like, what strategy can we use? That's what the reason also why they was trying to hurry up and rush the citizenships to these illegals as well, because they knew what we was going to do. And speaking of that, I'm in Georgia now. I'm originally from Indiana. We just talked about that. The Midwest, though, you know what I'm saying? How did you feel about Chicago when you seen that map? And then I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. When I first seen that, I thought about you. Right hand of God. I was like, ooh, I know she over there like,
Yeah, because see, Randall, what happened? Okay, so you got Miss Jessica Jackson, Jessica, we got Zoe, and so we got P. Ray. So these are all the people that's a part, right? So let me just say this: Zoe and Miss Jessica Jackson, they stole not on top of them giving illegals homes, they stealing Black people property. So that's what you see when you see Zoe up there, you see Miss Jessica Jackson, because the city of Chicago's their property, and now that they're giving illegals homes. But that's just okay. So now you have this, and so we had really started this movement, I want to say, like really pushing hard, because they had been going down there for like a year, them and some more people. But we really started pushing Chicago Flips Red, I want to say, for about maybe 4 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And listen what we did, though, Randall. Listen.
I'm listening.
We have, in Illinois, she only won by 51%, right? Trump got 47%, so she only won by 4% of the 4% overall.
Got it.
In Chicago, deep blue Chicago, we came out with 21%. So we broke records.
I'm about to say that y'all just went and jumped the loop real quick. Then there's still progress.
That's what. So we're usually make 4%, maybe a little bit higher. So for 21%, that huge difference. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? I have to salute y'all. I have to say thank y'all, because the work that y'all doing to change the minds of the individuals out there and getting off of this zombie mental plantation of being brainwashed from mainstream media. I have to say thank y'all for that. Seriously. Because it can't be, comfortable moving, like I say, shifting in all blue, in the deep blue, and you know what's best for the city, but you got all of these mainstream sound bites that's keeping it this stronghold and this illusion that everything is okay, and it's really not.
And the thing is, and I do believe that's why I wanted to. I want Trump to really implement this, where you have to have voters ID, right? Mm-hmm. Because we have like 70,000 illegals up in Chicago, and they, like you said, they were fast tracking them. I think the Biden-Harris administration fast tracked like 3.3 million to citizenship, right? Mm-hmm. So by Chicago, not a voter's ID. They were, if you went to our DMVs before, like 4 months before the election, you should saw it was filled with them getting a driver's license. So they're automatically registered to vote, right?
That's crazy.
So when I went to the voting booth, it was a lot of people that looked like they shouldn't have been voting. So I do believe it would have been much higher if we had voters ID. And you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you what
that's great context though. Like, 'cause I never thought about it from that perspective. You being there on ground to be able to see that. Man, was Chicago news reporting on that at all?
You know they're not going to report on that because they didn't want, it would have made the Democrats look bad, and they wanted her to win. So no, they wasn't reporting on that. And we were saying, like, all the blue cities like California, New York, that's what they were saying, because I had people hit me up and they like, Danny, all the citizens wanted Trump, but we have so many illegals here, so that kind of offset our voice. You know,
so if you ask me, because Chicago did flip red.
It's because you only need a certain percent for it to flip, and by it being, and then they said that Trump made, like, this never happened since 1992, where Illinois did as Republican did this well, and Illinois only down 4%. So we doing some great things, and now we're trying to wake more people up because let's get to this local election. We got to get this mayor. We have to get this governor out. We have to get these 50 aldermen, well, it's like 2 of them, but these aldermen out. We got to get Tony Prewinkle out. We got to get Kwame Raoul. So that's our mission. We trying to flip the whole Illinois red, because now let's talk about about the taxes. Just this clown, now he all over the YouTube and the internet as a clown. So we can, if you want to talk about the taxes now that would just happen, and we could talk about that.
Of course, let's go ahead and do that, because they trying to cut us off. We having a great conversation. They talking about we got 10 minutes here. So yeah, definitely. I definitely want to know about the tax situation. Come on now, educate me.
Okay, so that Mayor Mohawk, that's Brandon Johnson, if y'all don't know, but we call him Mayor Mohawk, okay? So Mayor Mohawk had campaigned and promised that he would not raise property taxes. This is one of the big things that got him in office. Right, campaign on that, but we knew he was a liar because he's a progressive. My husband, by him being a police, said, no, we don't want him because he's for social studies teachers. He don't know what he wants. So because identity politics and us black people always want to vote blue no matter who and want to use identity, they voted for this black man, right? So fast forward, this man now, what do he propose? Since we're in a $1 billion deficit, you spent all these money on these
300 M's.
Now, yes, and now you're trying to make the money up, not including the money you stole. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. But now you're trying to make this
back
money
for
up.
part 2.
So now you're gonna try to the citizens who are already out taxed, right? So we was on they butt. We was down there with them aldermen, because them aldermen just be voting how they want to vote. But since we've been coming down there and really putting it out there, right? And then since Trump won, they real nervous. So we wish y'all would vote to raise our taxes. Every one of y'all who ever vote to raise our taxes, we putting y'all on blast, and we're gonna make sure the whole Chicago and Illinois know who voted what, right? So we wasn't playing with them. We was going there, wasn't playing with them. So this idiot Johnson, now this is his proposal. He wanted to raise it. So the aldermen, they were scared because they looking back like, post it up.
Right. I'm about to say, yeah.
Yeah, so the meetings was supposed to be last Wednesday. He canceled that. So it happened Thursday. Why we made history It was 50-0. Why not one alderman voted to say yes for that?
That's exactly what his ass deserved too. Mohawk Johnson. That's it. Cause come on, man, the people ain't stupid, dog. And 300 M's, like, yeah, you trying to pocket some of that. And with $1 billion, let me calm down. With $1 billion deficit, yeah. Now.
And then you just said this, right? You just said that he was going to give the illegals 10 more million. Was it 10 more million? And you're not going to allow Trump to come in and get these people.
Oh yeah, Trump ain't having that.
I wish you would.
I seen something like that this morning. I can't wait to get into it. I'm gonna dive into all that right before I play this section of the video. I do not want this to get cut off. This has been amazing. Before I do any outro, is there anything you want to add? I definitely want you to go ahead and plug in your business. Let them know about your YouTube channel. She just started a channel. I need y'all to go over there, rush there, subscribe, show her some love ASAP. She goes live frequently as well, talking about the issues in Chicago. But yeah.
Okay, so our mission for Chicago Flips Red is to educate everybody on what's going on in Chicago, to wake people up so you all can see with your own eyes how corrupt and how devastating the Democrats are to the Black community and to the entire community. That's our mission. We have 2 years to get this governor for election, to get this governor, this mayor, and these aldermen out. So our mission is shine the light on this corruption, what's happening on the ground of the citizens. So if you want to, my YouTube channel, and I just started that because they censor me on TikTok, they censor me everywhere. So my YouTube channel is Danielle Carter 1756. That's my YouTube channel.
We're gonna have that plugged into the description and the pinned comment, by the way, everybody, so y'all don't have to worry about y'all can just click.
Okay, thank you. My ex, because I think I'm gonna start really doing that because X don't censor you. Yeah. My ex is Danny C DANNI 44. So that's my ex. My Facebook is Danielle Carter Waltz, and my IG is You Against You Fitness.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard name. When I come to Chicago, I'm gonna get a workout session in for sure. One good time. I'm thinking about honestly being there next week for Thanksgiving though. I know that ain't a good time, but next time I'll come for sure.
No, when you come, we're gonna go to the gym. If you come, we're gonna work out. We're gonna do a video together.
Oh, how about to say, then we gotta get some footage. We gotta get some footage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go on your live. Yeah, all that. So yeah, I want to say thank you.
Let's do some videos together first. Yeah, let's do that.
Y'all heard it first now. Y'all heard it here first. Danielle, it's a pleasure having you here. I want to say I really appreciate you as a woman for what you do in the community. You and your husband as well for what y'all doing and the fight that y'all putting up. And congratulations to all of you for the progress y'all have made within the mindset of the Black community specifically and the community overall there, into flipping our mindset from being all zombie and media trained to, actually giving Donald Trump a chance. Trump 2024, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done broke the mic.